I got 2 job offers just less than 1 month of relocating to Canada while pregnant. Yes, while pregnant. And in this video, I will be showing you exactly what I did so that you can replicate what I did during your own job search. So I just relocated to Canada while pregnant. And when I was going into Canada, I went into Canada very much prepared. I already kind of knew that I was going into Canada, so I'd already taken all the certifications that I needed prior to going to the country. So I'd already gotten certified as a business analyst, and I've also been considering pivoting into product manager roles. So I'd also gotten certified as a product manager. I told myself that I didn't want to give myself any chance of failure. I was going to do everything that I could do within my power to succeed in Canada. Now, there's been a lot of news on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram saying that there are no jobs in Canada. And I always told myself that my case would be different. So for my case to be different, I have to do something differently. And what I did was to position myself properly prior to entering into Canada. Yes, a lot of things have changed in 2025. Before, you could just have only one CV. You can use that one CV to apply to multiple jobs. You would even get recruiters calling you back, requesting for you to join the company. Like, it was relatively easier to get a job before. Relying only on job boards before used to work, but things have actually changed right now. In 2025, AI screening is now standard. What does this mean? So recruiters are actually checking your ATS score. If you're wondering what an ATS is, it means applicant tracking system. So basically, this is just a numerical representation of how your skills and experiences matches the job description. Now you have to find better ways to make sure that your CV is properly aligned to every single job description to be able to even have or stand a chance to be called back by a recruiter. Like, it's just really, really intense. The job market right now is wild. But if things have changed, it means you need to change your approach. If before you can use one CV to apply to multiple jobs and that worked for you in the past, right now you need to change your approach. You can't use past approach to get results right now. You have to change your approach to get results. So in this video, I'll be explaining exactly the steps that I took for every single job that I applied for prior to having my baby that gave me 2 job offers. The first thing that you need to do is to position yourself properly in the job market. So I already mentioned earlier that I got certified prior to entering the country. Now, for you to even get to the point where you're applying for a job, you need to have identified what role that you're interested in. You need to have identified if your skills matches that role. You need to identify if you have the basic skills required for that role. All the tools needed to be a successful candidate, do you know them? Do you have them on your CV? Have you updated your CV with these tools? Do you have all the required skills? Like, is your CV up to date? An ideal way to do this is, once you identify what role that you're interested in, go on LinkedIn or any job board, pick out 5 job descriptions that represent that role and check what is consistent, like what they're consistently asking for. Are they asking for a particular certification? Are they asking for a particular tool? What exactly are they asking for? Fill in the gaps in your CV. Like, if there are things that you've identified, there are patterns you've identified in those 5 roles, fill in the gap. If you don't have them, if you don't know the tools, try and learn those tools. If you are not certified, try to get certified. Just put in the work and make sure that your CV is packaged enough, ready to go. Once you've done that, let's proceed to using Chachipity to apply for jobs. One thing I would like to point out is that Chachipity is your friend. AI now has become a buzz, and if you're not using AI, you are pretty much lacking behind. So let's get right into it. Let's assume that your CV is up to date and you're ready to apply for a new job. Let's take LinkedIn as the job board that would be applying for a job from today. So you come to jobs and search out business analyst roles in Canada. Once you search that out, you can see here it already tells you about the job, role description, position, terminal, everything. So you leave this, then you come straight to Chachipity. Now, because I was doing this constantly, I had to create a Chachipity prompt so that it would be easy for me to just copy and paste and like make my life a bit easier rather than typing out the prompt every time. So I'll just open that prompt. So based on my prompt, the first thing I want to ask Chachipity to do is, based on my CV and job description, what is the ATS score of my CV and what is missing from my CV that's required from the job description? So in this case, I'm going to attach the CV and the job description. So here, I will just come to LinkedIn, copy the entire job description, then paste it in Chachipity. And then I'm going to attach my CV. So we have this CV called Nena Obasi main CV. So I would open this here. Basically, I've told ChatGPT to analyze my CV based on the job description and pretty much just tell me what is missing so that I can add it to my CV. So when I hit send, so as we can see here, it says that ATS score estimate is 75 to 80%. This is a strong match, but it is below the ideal target of 90% for competitive roles. So what I always try to do is to get it to 90% at least. Now, 70 to 80% is still fine, but I try to get my ATS score to 90% as much as I can. It has basically given me areas of improvements, right? So I can see here that it says where it talks about my strengths in terms of my experience and education, my technical skills, core competencies, and soft skills. But it also mentions the gaps and missing elements in my CV. Then it goes ahead to recommend things to boost my ATS score to 90%. So what I will do next is to add this prompt to optimize my CV. So I'm saying update this resume to be fully optimized for ATS for the role. So you specify the role and the title. Use industry specific keywords naturally. Write a powerful 3-line professional summary that hooks a recruiter in under 10 seconds. Prioritize impact, clarity, and value. Optimize for ATS, recruiters, and hiring manager. Include metrics and technical functions and limit to 4 to 5 lines of an A4 paper. Include metrics, number, and technical skills and softwares within each work experience description with a minimum of 5 to 10 bullet points for each work experience. Ensure that the competence that each work experience is describing starts the description in bold frames. Please ensure description is clear and robust, but limit each description to a 3-line of an A paper. Once I hit send, it then provides me a fully optimized CV. I have a professional summary here, which has been optimized. Then we have your core competencies, the professional experience, based on each of the company that I've worked with, then my qualifications, my education and qualifications. So what I would do from here on is I would then open my CV and start to copy and paste. So in this case, copy this, copy. This is my CV, for example. So I come here and then paste. I will do this for every area of my CV. So I will copy what has been put for every job description and replace it. Once this has been done, I will then come back to Chachipity and upload it. So once I upload it, then I'll put in a prompt here. Okay, let's try a different way. I'm using the free version of Chachipity. At the time I was using the paid version, so let's try a different way. Let me copy the Word version. So I will just paste it here and then the prompt, then add a prompt. I basically put in the new CV. So I want to add a new prompt to confirm the new ATS score of my CV. So basically, I am saying, what is the ATS score of this optimized CV based on job description? So when I hit send, now can you see? Estimated ATS score is 90 to 94%. So basically, this CV is fully optimized for this specific company and you're good to go. Now that I've actually gotten from Chachipity that yes, my CV is fully optimized and my ATS score is 90 to 94%, then I proceed with the application. I click on apply, then continue applying. And then I would also use a prompt to generate cover letter. So I'll go ahead to say, could you write for me a compelling and concise cover letter optimized for ATS, recruiters and hiring manager for this job description? So once I click on send, then it generates a cover letter for me. Now, obviously, you have to go through this cover letter, although it's meant to align with your existing skills and experience based on the CV that you had already imputed. Sometimes some things might be exaggerated. It might be too exaggerated to the point that you might not be able to defend it. So you need to go through it and see if the exaggeration is enough to proceed, or if you need to tweak it a bit to reflect your actual experience. But this is just the way that I used to apply for jobs. So basically, you just copy this CV and put it in a Word document and name it after the company that you are applying to, and that's it. You are ready to fill in an application. Guys, you have to do this for every single application you make. Don't feel like, oh, I'm feeling lazy, or maybe I need to use my generic CV to apply for this job. No, don't feel like that. You need to be able to create CVs and cover letters for every single job application that you're making. If you're at that position where it's like you're trying to get a job, you've been trying for a long time, you're not sure how best to position yourself in the job market, if you need clarity on your next steps and you're looking for who to point you in the right direction, please feel free to reach out to me. I have a one-on-one coaching session for anyone who just wants to get clarity fast without committing to any mentorship program. And when you speak to me, we're pretty much going to assess where you are and where you want to be. We'll identify the gaps and opportunities in your current approach. I'll give you tailored strategies for your CV, job application, and interview prep. And I'll also answer all your burning questions about building the career that you want for yourself. I'll leave the link in the description of this video if you're interested in that one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in a mentorship program, I'm hosting a 6-month mentorship program. The aim of this 6-month mentorship program will be to give you personalized career strategy, professional CV and LinkedIn optimization, job search support, interview prep, on-the-job support, and bi-weekly one-on-one coaching calls. This is lasting for 6 months because we want to go through the process of preparing you for the job market, going with you to the job market, and staying with you after you get the job. I want you to have the best guidance and mentorship that you can possibly get to land your dream job or to get the right career that you want for yourself. And if you're interested in this 6 months coaching that will be commencing in September, please check the link in my description to register. Another thing to note, which I held as Bible during my own job application process, was that I was very conscious of the time that job was posted. The reason being that a lot of people are looking for jobs, and you might be so qualified, like you might be very qualified for that role, but if you're not among the first few people that apply, they might not get to you to find out how amazing you are and how you are the best fit for that role. So you need to target jobs that have been posted at least within the last 24 hours. So I'm just going to show you what I mean. When you go to LinkedIn, the first thing that I always go to is date posted, and then click on the past 24 hours, show results. So once you click on that, you can see 6 hours ago, 21 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 7 hours. So make sure that the jobs that you're applying for are within these hours. Another thing that you can also take note of is for example, here you can see 67 applicants. Here, over 100 people. Over 100 people. Most times when I see over 100 people, I will not apply, because I mean, if 100 people have already applied, when will they get to me? Like, what's the point? But still go ahead though. But like, I wouldn't channel all my energy into applying for something that over 100 people have already clicked on. Also, when I see reposted 3 hours ago, it tells me that this is a very old job advertisement and I might not stress myself to apply for this particular job. If you want to streamline it a bit better, if you look at the link here, you can see here it says 86,400. What this 86,400 means is that it is showing you jobs that has been posted within the last or past 24 hours. To streamline this further to an hour, you just change this to 3,600. So if I put 3,600, now I'm seeing jobs that have been posted in less than an hour or maximum of 1 hour. So we have 37 minutes ago, 23 minutes ago, 52 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. When you click on jobs like this, you can see only 9 people has clicked on apply. 4 minutes ago, only 1 person has clicked apply. 59 minutes ago, only 1 person. Like, it means that if you're able to target jobs that have been uploaded within an hour, you'll be among the first few people to put in your application, and also the first few people that would be considered before they get to every other person that is coming. So You need to be on top of your game. See, to be honest with you, when I was like applying, it felt like I was sleeping on my laptop. Every minute I'll be refreshing. Okay, 37 minutes ago, apply. 2 minutes ago, apply. Like I was among the first few people that was sending in applications. And this is what will give you the best chance of winning, to be honest. This is what will give you the best chance of even getting an interview in the first place. Because if you are just waiting and you're like, oh, by 5 p.m. every day, I'm going to apply. You'll be surprised that a lot of people have already applied for that job. You want to give yourself the highest chance possible to get an interview. And applying for a job is already a full-time job on its own, and you need to take it as what it is, right? You need to put in this effort. So another thing I did was going to message recruiters directly. Now, guys, LinkedIn is not only the job board that you can use to apply for jobs. You can use other job boards like Indeed, there's Workopolis, there are other job boards, even Glassdoor, that you can use. But for this video, I'm just focusing on LinkedIn. Once you want to apply for a job, for example, you can see people to reach out to. For example, for this job, for CIBC or application operations, so you can see people to reach out to, show all. You can decide to message anyone that you feel like can help you. If that makes sense. That's like you're looking for something, so you need help, right? So you need to message anyone that you feel like can help you. How do you know? Look at their job title and know if they are of like higher rank to help. In some cases, the company will actually show the recruiter. So for example, if you look at this one for data analytics consultant, if you scroll down, you can see meet the hiring team. So there is a name provided here. You can just go ahead and message him or whoever the person is. You can just go ahead and message the person and just tell the person, oh, you saw that they advertised a role, and you just showcase your experience and skills and explain to the person how it aligns with the job description. The easiest way to do this is the cover letter that has already been generated by Chachipity. You can copy it and paste it in the message that you're sending to the recruiter. Just address it to the recruiter this time around, rather than like just saying to the hiring team. You can address it specifically to the recruiter. Now, this is not to say that yes, you're going to get a job by doing this, but you never know what will click. So you just need to do the best you can do to give yourself like options, or just give yourself a greater chance at getting at least to an interview stage. So finally, the last thing I did was to set a goal for myself. I told myself that at least I should be able to put in 5 applications in a day, because to be honest, when you're going through all the jobs that are available and you have to do this process for each and every job for each and every job advert you see out there, it's going to take time. Like, it's very, very time consuming. It's very hard for you to actually make 10 applications in a day, especially if you are working full time. Like when people tell you, oh, I put out 50 to 100 applications in a day and I'm not getting any results. Guys, you need to be able to work smarter, not harder. Like, what's the point of putting 100 applications out when none of them are even tailored to the job that you're looking for, right? But because of the amount of effort you are putting in to make sure that every application is done properly, it means that it's going to be hard for you to actually hit that 10 applications a day benchmark. So what I told myself was at least 5 a day. I'm good to go. On some days I did more. That's because I wasn't working. I just relocated. I had more time on my hands. If you are working full time and you're trying to get a new job, you might not have that much time to put in more applications, especially if you are following it through the way I've just described to you. So just set a reasonable goal for you that every single day, this is how many applications I want to put out, and make sure that you stick to it. Guys, getting 2 offers in less than a month is an achievement, especially now that the market is very, very competitive. And I'm just doing this video to tell you that it is possible. Like, even though people come to tell you that, oh, getting a job is very difficult, it's not the easiest thing to do, trust me, if you put in the work, you get results. If you don't put in the work, you won't get results. So you need to start putting in the work today. Times have changed, and it means that our approach too needs to change. We can't keep dwelling on the past that, oh, things used to be easier. Now things are tougher. What are you going to do about it? As the world is progressing, you progress with it. As things are getting tougher, you find your way around it. Like, it's all called adaptability. Like, you need to be able to adapt to every situation that you find yourself in. So I bet you that if you implement these things that I've said in this video, you are going to get results. You just need to take it as it is. Like, if you're looking for a job, just take it that that's another job that you are doing, and you need to put in the work into that job to be able to get results. I hope that this video has been helpful. Please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Look at